Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and here on my channel we like to walk a fine line between shopping addicted makeup monster and a regular responsible human being with a makeup hobby. I really enjoy eyeshadow palettes, singles, multichromes, duochromes, shimmer, mattes, metallics, gloss, highlighter, blush, pretty much everything except pressed glitters. Today we're going to be doing a purchase or pass. As you know, this type of video was started and popularized by Samantha March, so I'll leave her information down below. If that sounds like something you're interested in watching, stick with me. We're going to get into it right now. Okay guys, and if you like this eye look, definitely check out my video that'll be coming on the Tiffany's Peachy Queen palette. That's where this look has come from. I'm going to slide on over to the side. The first thing to talk about is Romantic Beauty USA is doing Eden and Flora eyeshadow palette collection, and it looks to be 6 different palettes. They've got some that are more warm tone neutral, some that are kind of tropical blues and greens, one that's kind of purpley pinky red, and one that's like pink green orange. I think these look really pretty. They're $16 each. Actually, it looks like there's 3 that are $16 and 3 that are $20, so that's a smidge confusing. Oh, some of them have more pans than the others. So there's smaller palettes that are 16 and the bigger ones are 20. The one that I think that looks the prettiest is actually one of the small eyeshadow palettes. It's the Paradise 16 shade collection, and it's got some blues, some greens, some yellows. Very, very pretty color story. I think I'm probably good on color palettes, on eyeshadow palettes right now, because I've been hoarding them like a monster, and so I probably won't pick this one up, but I do think that it's really, really cute. BH Cosmetics did their Give Back collection, which is donating to Step Up, which I believe helps like teens, mostly like girl teens, like girl power, go us. And it's like a blue, no, I'm sorry, it's more of like rosy pinky purple fuchsia kind of color story. It's cute, but I just don't think I really need to pick up any extra eyeshadow palettes. That's going to be a really common theme here until I justify buying something that I really want and can't talk myself out of. Winky Lux is doing these marbled lip balms, which I believe are $18. They look so pretty. Like, the next time I do an order from Ulta, I will probably pick one of these up because I think they look so pretty. They're supposed to be like really hydrating and enriching. They've got ceramides, plumping and conditioning oils, and they're marbled. They look so pretty. Did I mention they look so pretty? Melt Cosmetics is doing a set of cream blushes. I believe there's 8 blush lighters. Some of them are cream versions of popular powder shades, and then some are new shades altogether. They all kind of run in this like corally, pinky orange type color family. And then there's one that kind of leans a little bit more cinnamon, terracotta type shade. I think these are really pretty, but I have some cream blushes and I don't find myself using them as much as I should. I definitely need to start doing that more. So I think I'll pass on this, but I do think that it's really cool, and I'm excited to see if they come out with other colors. Alright, Hindash came out with this palette. What is this called? The Beautopsy palette. And it's 6 gradient pans that go from one shade to another, and you can kind of like, depending on where you grab from the pan, you can pick out different colors. I recognize that it took some like higher level thinking to come up with something like this, and I think that's pretty cool, but this is $70, and for me it just doesn't have enough of what I typically use in eyeshadows to make this worthwhile. I wouldn't use this as blush and contour. Like, I'm not talented enough to use this as highlight, so this has no purpose in my collection, so I will not be purchasing it. Alright. Kristen Lee Cosmetics is releasing their new birthday highlighter. This one's called Shenanigans. Now, they did have another one, which I ended up not picking up because they're like $25. Maybe they're kind of pricey. But the actual color is really, really pretty. And then this one appears to go from like a lime to an aqua blue to fuchsia. So it's really, really pretty. I think this is going to be something that I'm excited to see swatches on different skin tones to see if it might fit in my collection. Morphe 2 is releasing a concealer. This is a lightweight flexible concealer made to let your skin shine through. It's 15 shades and $12. A lot of light colored shades, a handful of medium colored shades, and like one medium dark shade. So it's kind of a weird color shade range. It's got lavender in it, which is also a weird choice. Not for me. I think the Morphe 2 stuff is designed more for like young kids and teens that have like pretty good skin to begin with, and although my skin is not bad, I just don't think this is the concealer that I need to try next. Alright, Ciate London is releasing this I'm a Woman, What's Your Superpower eyeshadow palette, and it's 24 shades. It's mostly rosy toned neutrals and golds. It's named after lots of like famous notorious women in history, which I think is kind of cool, but the whole packaging and the palette and everything just looks really cheesy, and I don't see this coming from like a high-end brand. This definitely feels very drugstore to me, so I'm gonna pass on this. Yeah, that's a no for me. Alright, Giorgio Armani is doing Luminous Silk Fusion powders. I'm not sure if this, oh yeah, it's supposed to be a finishing powder, and they came out with several different shades, 10 shades in total, which is pretty good. Price is $64. I'm not like a super luxury makeup person, so I don't think I'll be picking this up because that's a lot of money for a finishing powder, on top of which I really don't use finishing powder that often. So I don't think I'm going to pick this one up, but I do think it's kind of cool that they came out with 10 shades because I know a lot of luxury brands are notorious for not being very inclusive, so 10 shades is cool. Alright, Beautylish. Sonia G had two brush pouches that are releasing. One is an envelope and one's like a zippered pouch. They're $70 and $85 a piece, so they are hella expensive, and I don't think I need anything like that for my brushes. I mean my diaper bag for my kids wasn't even that expensive, so I just think that's a little more than what I need to be spending on brush holding materials, so I'm going to pass on that, but I do think the Houndstooth is really pretty. Alright, Rebel Rouge Labs is doing a Losing My Religion palette, which is this grunge kind of neon fantasy here. It's got like some reds, some burgundies, some like teal blues, some golds, and then this like lime green color. I think it looks really cool, and I love the packaging that they did. It's kind of like scrapbooky. I really enjoy that. I probably won't pick this one up because, again, so many palettes recently, but I do think that it's really, really pretty. Charlotte Tilbury released a new lipstick shade, and this is the Nude Romance shade, and it came in a bejeweled case, $37. Again, very pretty. I'm not much for like luxury makeup, so I think I have like one Charlotte Tilbury lip liner and one lipstick, Pillow Talk, which I got in like a holiday bundle mini thing or whatever, but I just don't think I need to pick up anything else right now. And of course, Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics dropped her new liquid lip products. I'm glad to see I'm not the only person that assumed she did good lipsticks so people couldn't put them under the magnifying glass and find all the shards of glass in them. So that's kind of fun. I think the shade range is really designed for like light to light medium skin tones, not as much for deep skin tones. And she did a really weird photoshopping maneuver where she made the swatches look very rich and pigmented on deep skin tones, but then when people who actually have deep skin swatched them, they all looked white. So I think she's doing some shenanigans there. I don't trust it, don't trust her, so that's a pass. And it's okay if you want to get her stuff, like that's totally cool. You get what you would like, but for me personally, I don't think I need to give any of my hard-earned money towards that whole process. Beauty Blender is doing a soft focus gemstone setting powder. They have Canary Buff, Nutmeg, Topaz, and Chocolate. And they're supposed to be, 4 that are like tone, like shade of your skin appropriate, and then 1 that's supposed to be for all skin tones. Again, I don't really think I need any additional setting powders, so I'm probably going to skip over that one. Alright, Natasha Denona Circo Loco eyeshadow palette. When I look at this palette and I see the first column that's orange, blue, orange, that contrast is so, I don't like that contrast at all. Like, that contrast is just not for me. So I definitely won't be picking this one up. I know you can pop the shades out, and if I had this palette, like if it was gifted to me, I would definitely rearrange it so that it didn't bother me like that. But I just don't think I need to pick this one up. I do think some of the shades, like the lilac in the bottom center, are very, very pretty. But I'm not drawn to this color story. I don't feel like inspired by the color story. I think some of the looks that people have done are so pretty. But for me, I see this and I think chaos. Alright, Opulent Lip Gloss is releasing a C collection on March 18th, and it looks like 5 different shades, and they all appear to be like iridescent, pearlescent type lip glosses. Very, very pretty. I don't see a price for them, but certainly a brand that I want to kind of keep an eye on and see what other stuff they release. Alright, Sugar Rush, which is Tarte's like little teeny bopper side brand, is releasing this Balance Your Chakra palette? No, what is this called? Positive Energy Vegan Eyeshadow Palette? Who knows? Its pans are all different shapes, all different directions. There's no cohesion. It's all just generic Tarte colors. You don't need that. You don't need that. Okay, and then, okay. ColourPop released the Limoncello collection, and when I saw the launch pictures for this, I got so excited and so inspired, which is weird because you know I'm not a neutral person. Like, hello, I'm not a neutral person, but the blue, the 2 like yellowy orange mattes, and the kind of greenish gold shimmer that showed up in this palette really just like did something to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I need to buy this palette. So I did go ahead and order it when it launched. It hasn't shipped yet, so I have no idea when it's coming. Probably like never. Thankfully, the last time ColourPop messed up my order, they were able to fix it. So now I'm like, you're out of my doghouse, so I can order this. So I did go ahead and order it, and when it gets here, I'll be happy to do a video for you guys. All right. This one is Unique Beauty's Fashion Magazine Spring Cleaning Collection. They have 3 6-pan palettes. One that's kind of like peachy blues and greeny browns, one that's more of a red brown, and one that's kind of a green gold color story. I think these look really pretty. The shimmers look very similar to the It's Belle Cosmetics Break the Rules palette that I do have, and there's a video on my channel if you want to take a look at that. I don't know if they are the same type of formula or quality because I've never tried anything from Unique Beauty, but just in the way that they look in the pan, they look so similar that I don't think I need to pick these up to recreate the look that I could already do with that palette. So I'll be passing over that one. Oh, and this Sol de Janeiro is doing a Boom Dia Bright Body Cream, and it's a retexturizing and nourishing daily body cream with fruit AHAs and vitamin C to give you smoother, brighter skin. And it has scent notes of black amber plum, vanilla woods, and jasmine bloom. $20 for 2.5 ounces or $45 for 8.1 ounces. This sounds delightful. I want this so much. I will be picking it up once it shows up on the website. I'm sure it's going to sell out in like 5 seconds, so I'll probably have to get a small one and then wait around to get a big one later. But this, oh my gosh, I want it already. I want it already right now. Is it the 23rd yet? Dominique Cosmetics is doing a Now or Never collection, which is inspired by strong women. There's a 6-pan eyeshadow palette, which does include 1 pressed glitter, and 2 lip glosses, I believe. Oh yes, so these are re-promoted lip gloss shades, Strawberry Lemonade and Peach Tea. Same amazing formula, different packaging. The palette is $26, the glosses are $17, or you can get the whole bundle for $54. I think the scrapbook kind of concept, again, very, very cute. The palette though, for 6 pans and one of them is a glitter, I think I'm going to pass because I'm so tired of pressed glitters. Like, I'm so tired of pressed glitters. So for me, I'm going to pass on that. I would like to try some of the Dominique glosses. I think I have one of her liquid lipsticks, but no glosses. So eventually maybe, but not right now. Beauty Creations Cosmetics is dropping cream gel liners, pencil liners, eyeshadow bases in all the different colors of the rainbow, black, white, and every color in between. The base primers are $4 each, the gel pot liners are $3 each, and the cream liners are $3 each. You can get the whole bundle, I think, for like $100 with everything in it. I think that's really cool. And if you're somebody who's an artist who does lots of like really intricate design type work, having some of these bases might be really, really helpful for you. I would definitely love to try something like this out, maybe even the black or the white, to see if it would work as like a nice eyeshadow base under regular products, but I'm not in a rush to try them right this second. I'm definitely curious to pick them up, and I would like to try some, but I'll have to kind of see what else is in play in my budget over the next couple weeks before I make a choice. Alright, NARS has a release coming to Nordstrom, which is limited edition, and it is the Summer Collection, Summer Solstice 9-pan palette for $45, Cheek Duos for $45, Bronzing Cream for $38, and a bronzer brush, which is also $38. So super expensive. NARS isn't cruelty free, and they just don't have products that really speak to me that much, so I'm gonna pass over all that. Oh my gosh. Could you tell I was trying to hold it in? Alright, Game Beauty has released the new Fantasy palette, which is a 10 color palette. They did take a lot of feedback from their first palette that people were tired of pressed glitters, and they eliminated that for the second release. So there are no pressed glitters in this palette, which I think is awesome. It's $45, so $4.50 a shade, not too bad. It's got some kind of pastel like yellow, peach, pink, and blue, and then it's got a lot of like nice blue tones and shimmers to play with. I think it's really pretty. I've seen a couple reviews, I've seen a couple reviews which were kind of like so-so, like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing. And for $45, like I would want it to be amazing. So I'm probably going to skip over this one, but I'm so excited to see what else they produce. And the fact that they're not doing any pressed glitters anymore makes me so excited for their other releases. As soon as something catches my eye, I'm definitely going to pick it up. Lorac Cosmetics released 4 setting powders, and they have it in a soft rose, vanilla, brulee, and cinnamon. The brulee shade looks really yellow, like it's really yellow. Not for me. I'm not a big setting powder person. They're $30. I don't need that, so I'm just gonna pass over it. Pat McGrath released a blurring under eye powder in the shade yellow. Again, I don't use tons and tons of powders, so really this is just not a product that's angled at me. It's $30, so it's not super unaffordable. Again, same as actually the Lorac powder, so not completely unaffordable, but just not a product that I use, so I don't need to pick this one up. Alright, Trixie Cosmetics released the Back to the Fuchsia collection, and it has a blush and highlighter trio, a lip gloss quad, and a blush brush, and some different glitters. Now, they have eye-safe glitters and non-eye-safe glitters, so I did actually go out to their website and I put an order for this palette and one of the glosses, and I picked up one of their other blush palettes and 2 of the glitters that are eye-safe. So I'm really excited to get that stuff and give it a try and kind of show you guys what I think of their formulas and see if it's worth your money. The next thing is the new Pastel Dreams palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. So it looks like there's a mix of mattes and metallics. Give Me Glow has an amazing formula. So to see their mattes and shimmers put together, I'm like, wow, that's really pretty. I think their mattes would stand a good chance of being very like pigmented, even though they're softer pastel shades. So definitely curious to see when that goes out. It's $54 and it'll have 37mm pans. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I don't know if these shades are the Pastel Dream Mystery Box that was available last year in the springtime. I don't know if these are going to be the same as that or different. So just something to be aware of if you already got that bundle. Alright, Galore Beauty is launching the Luxotic collection, and I just had to tag this because the cover on this made me laugh so much. These characters reminded me so much of the little icons that we used to make back in like the 90s when I was in like middle school, and they had like these little angel fire characters, if you guys remember that website, that hosting website that you could just make all these characters from, so it really just brought me back for a moment. The color story is kind of cool. It's like pinks and purples and a neon yellow, some grungy tones. I think it's a really pretty color story. I probably won't pick this one up, although it's not releasing anytime soon, so maybe by the time it does release, I'll have less palettes in my collection to try out and I'll be ready for something new. Morphe is doing a launch with Avani. They have a palette for $30, a bronzer for $20, a body illuminator for $12, lip duos for $12, and a lip gloss kit for $19. I don't need any of this stuff. I have no personal connection to this person. Like, this all looks like somebody decorated their middle school Trapper Keeper and we're just supposed to buy it. This is all a straight no for me. Alright, Complex Culture Beauty is doing the full-time eyeshadow palettes, which they have 3 different edits of, and I wanted to draw your attention to the deepest one, which is kind of in like the top right corner. It has sort of like this cinnamon terracotta trio, a rosy trio, and then like a purpley trio. I do think that that looks really, really pretty. I think the other 2 palettes, they're designed for like light, medium, and deep skin, so I think this is the one that's designed for deeper skin, but I think it's really pretty and I think it would look nice on multiple skin tones. I think the other 2 palettes are really just too light, like they didn't need to exist, but that deeper one did catch my eye. Okay. Give Me Glow is also sneak peeking that they're going to be restocking their blush and highlighters soon. I have never tried a blush or highlighter from Give Me Glow, with the exception of Halo, which I've tried as an eyeshadow, but I've not tried as a highlighter. Yeah, I would like to try some of that stuff out. Like that sounds really nice to me. So I will definitely be keeping an eye out for that one, for sure. Okay. And this I saw last night. This is Lashes by Lena, which is not a brand that I'm personally familiar with, but they're releasing 2 eyeshadow palettes, and they're inspired by Nigeria. They're $109 each. Like $109, which I just think is too expensive. The top eyeshadow palette with like the green background, and then it has like greens and blues and pinks and yellows. I think that color story is so pretty, and if this were like $20 to $30, I would have snatched it up in an instant. But because it's $109, there's no way that I'll be picking this up. I wish the company the best, honestly, because I don't have any knowledge about this company, so I can't speak to their quality or anything, but $109 is putting you up at like Pat McGrath prices, like special shades prices, so you really, really have to deliver on a price point like that. Alright, Alien Cosmetics is releasing the Strawberry Milkshake palette. It's 9 pans, and it's kind of this pinky red green color story. I think this is really pretty and innovative. I tried one quad from Alien Cosmetics and the colors just were not very pigmented. I don't know if they photoshopped their swatches at all, or if they're just the lighting was off or what, but what I got in the mail and what I saw online were definitely not the same, and so I'm very hesitant to try something again from them because I just don't want to keep getting myself tricked like that. But I do think the color story is so pretty. If it were available in a place that I could swatch it, I would definitely be interested in buying it if it's swatched the way it looks like it swatches. Alright, Midas Cosmetics and Drench Cosmetics have released what their collab palette is going to look like. This has been like sneak peeked for a while. I'm just not sure if I talked about it recently, but it is the Genesis eyeshadow palette, and it's about half like warm tone neutrals and half like a blue color story. So almost like the Melt Blueprint stack palette, but prettier and designed for people that, you know, want to have like more pigmented, deeper eyeshadows. I think this looks really pretty. Do I need to pick it up? Probably not. Will I pick it up? Very possible. It's $34, 15 shades, no pressed glitters, so again it kind of hits all my high notes. Makeup Geek is doing another sneak peek, and I think this is for liners. They have in the color in the picture, they have black, some like burgundy purples, some blues, a cream, a white. I just don't care. I feel like Makeup Geek used to be so awesome, and I really do love the quality of their shadows. Like, their shadows are good quality. It's just I feel like they've been surpassed by so many other companies, and they don't have anything to like bring them up to speed with everybody else. So that's where I feel like they're missing. Can you guys hear my kids? Laneige is revealing a new lip treatment balm, and it's a pearlescent day lip treatment, and it looks like it comes in kind of like a little jar type canister, but that the applicator pushes into the side. I'm not sure that I love that format. I think I would just rather something that's like either a squeeze tube applicator or like a doe foot or something like that. A little bit easier to use and store. No risk that that like pops out in your purse, because who knows. It's $25. I'm sure it smells amazing. I love Laneige lip products, so I would definitely be curious to like check it out in person, but depending on how sturdy that little like lip brush is, that would really predict whether or not I would pick it up. Lime Crime is releasing the Golden Wet Cherry Lip Oil. Again, love these cherry themed products. They're supposed to be like really hydrating and give you that like really nice shine. Looks really pretty. It's $16. Probably won't pick this one up, but if it goes on sale at some point, I might sucker myself into it. And then the last thing to talk about is the BH Cosmetics Flower Power Collection. So they released this 16 pan eyeshadow palette. Again, like pinky, purpley, blue, and warm tone shades. Blue? Not really blue. Mostly just pinky purples. And then they have a blush quad, which is like peachy pinky colors. Definitely played it very safe. Like I see the theme, I get it, I'm here for it, but I think they played it really safe. And I think if you have the cotton candy palette from them, from the Ice Cream Dream collection, I don't think you need this palette, because I think there's so much overlap there that it's just too similar. The blush colors, I'm not sure how well they go with the actual eyeshadow palette. I feel like the eyeshadow palette reads a little more cool toned. 2, maybe even 3 of the blushes read a little bit more warm toned, so you might get a little bit of like clashing there. Both pieces are $12, so not too expensive. And then there's an eye brush set that's $18, 5 brushes and a bag. Whew! You guys, oh my goodness. I feel like that is so much for us to have talked about since I haven't caught up with you like 2 weeks ago. You're going to have to let me know in a comment down below, what are you eyeing up this week or in the next 2 weeks? What are some things that you're passing over? Did you see anything on my list here today that you were like, girl, I'm buying that? Definitely let me know in a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. Bye!